because I say I want to do it and then I look at the prices at these menus and I'm just like, I can't, I don't know. I think I built up having a Louis Vuitton and I thought that it would like change my life in some way. And it kind of didn't. I think one of the best things I've learned throughout my 4 years of being on my budgeting journey is it's not about spending $0. It's about spending money on the things that matter to you. I'm going through a little bit of a caffeine addiction right now. Oh, this is so good. If I don't have some kind of caffeine boost like in the afternoon, I can't function. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I just wanted to do a cozy, casual, informal chat about money. I've actually been meaning to film this video since New Year's and I just never got around to doing it. We are going to be talking about these 7 things that I will not be buying this year. Plus, I want to share with you guys my best purchases from last year, as well as some things that are on my wish list for this year. I know that this is a very New Year's topic, but I feel like it's pertinent all year round. It's not just at New Year's that we should be thinking about our goals and thinking about our finances. So I have a few different lists to share with you guys today, and I hope you will enjoy this video. I feel like it's been a little while since I've made a video talking about money, and to be honest with you guys, I feel like I've been a little bit off my money game since 2024 started. I'm still doing cash budgeting. I'm still using my budget tracker. I'm still doing all of the things that I normally do. I've just been thinking about money a little bit less. And I think it's in a positive way because I think I'm shedding a lot of my financial kind of anxieties and insecurities. And I think I'm starting to look at money in a much more fun and abundant way, which has felt really good. That being said, I still like to make these lists and make little rules and challenges for myself, things that I want to buy, things that I don't want to buy, because I think it's good just to think about these things and think about where we are putting our money. It doesn't always have to be about not spending any money and cutting everything out, but I just think no matter how much money we make, no matter how we grow in our careers, no matter, maybe we're going through a harder or a tighter time, we have to tighten the belt, it's always nice to think and really put some thought into the things we are spending money on. I think one of the best things I've learned throughout my 4 years of being on my budgeting journey is it's not about spending $0. It's about spending money on the things that matter to you. When I buy something that I love, that makes me feel good, that makes me feel confident, that enhances my life, or maybe it's a vacation, I feel good and I don't feel guilty. When I spend my money on something that I didn't really want to begin with or I don't really need, that's when I feel guilty, and that is a feeling that I am trying to avoid. For 2024, I have set some big financial goals, the biggest one being contributing $20,000 towards my RRSP, and I also really want to kick off my journey to building a net worth or net assets of $100,000, which just feels like such a big journey, but I'm going to be starting it this year and I have no idea how long it's going to take. So stay tuned for the kickoff video about that. So although money isn't as on the forefront of my mind as it once was, I still have those big goals and I plan on using my cash envelopes and my budget tracker as well as kind of these lists to help me achieve them. Now, the last thing I want to say before we dive into the lists is that partnering up with The Line, I have started offering cash envelopes one-on-ones. So you guys know I love to follow a cash budget and I have put out so much free content for you guys to get started, to start your own cash envelopes journey. And we just wanted to offer a service for anyone who needs like a quick check-in, maybe someone to hold their hand a little bit when they are starting their budget or give them some personalized tips. So you can now book a 30-minute session with me through The Line's website. We can build your cash budget together, and it's really just meant to be a one-time meeting, set you up with everything you need to get rolling and start saving money. It's not like ongoing coaching or anything like that. So if you've been wanting to start and you've been maybe struggling or wanting some personalized one-on-one attention, I will link that down below. And that's it for my pre-video rambles. You guys know how it is over here on my channel. We like long videos, we like chatty videos, and we always keep it real. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not already. And whether or not you're new, please give this video a thumbs up because it really does support my channel and mean a lot to me. So we've got my handy dandy notebook. This is like my personal finance notebook where I build my budget. I do any journaling related to personal finance. So of course my lists are in here. Let's start with what I am not buying this year. The first thing that I will not be buying this year is shoes. If you guys know me and you know my channel, you know I love clothes and shoes, but The problem with shoes is they take up so much space and they're really hard to store. If I had a giant closet or a giant mudroom or just a giant house, I'm sure I would allow myself to buy more shoes. But the problem right now is that we have one small closet for 2 people who both already have a lot of shoes. And I find the lack of space and that we don't really have a good storage solution, it makes my shoes look beat up and get more dirty more quickly, which means there's really no point in buying new shoes and buying nice shoes. Now, the other half of this is I really don't need it. I work from home. I honestly barely go out. Like I'm pretty like homebody. When I do go out, my style is pretty casual. I like wearing sneakers. In the summer, I just like wearing like Birkenstocks or cute sandals. I'm not one of those girls with like a high heels collection, or even I just don't have enough opportunities to wear nice shoes. So even though they look so beautiful and they always tempt me, there really just is no point. Currently in my closet, I have a shoe for every occasion, and I think that's perfect. I definitely have more than I need. So I'm just like, this year we don't need to buy any more. So you guys need to hold me accountable through my vlogs, because I could definitely get tempted. I could feel myself wanting a pair of ballet flats and a pair of like gazelles or sambas, because I really am that person who falls for all of the trends. But once again, I have everything I need. So I really wanted to set this rule. I think this is going to be one of the most challenging ones for me, but just to stay away from buying shoes, because once again, there's no point. The second thing that I will not be buying this year is also due to a lack of space, which is a new jacket or coats. The exception is a ski jacket, because I do probably need a new one next season. But any type of like fashion jackets or other winter jackets, once again, I have everything I need. I have more than I need, and I have no more storage space. Especially living in Canada, it can be so tempting to fill your closet with jackets, because for more than half the year, you need a jacket over every single one of your outfits. So it's really tempting to want variety and to want to shake it up. But once again, most of my outings are like walking the dog, going to the grocery store, and it's really not a fashion show. I don't need 7 different winter jackets for 7 days of the week. Aside from winter jackets, the problem is that spring and fall jackets, the season is so short that it can really be hard to justify investing or buying a new jacket, because you maybe only have a few weeks of wearing it. Right now we're like in spring, or like almost spring, and there's snow on the ground. And it's really cold. So I'm wearing my winter jacket still. We're gonna have 3, maybe 4 weeks of like nice spring weather, and then you don't even need a jacket anymore. So there's really no point in having more than 1 or 2 spring jackets, and the same thing unfortunately applies in the fall. I love jackets because I feel like they can really elevate your outfit and make it look super good. But until I have more storage and until I have a bigger budget, it's just not where I need to be spending my money right now. Number 3 is a continuation of last year's challenge, which is bath products and hair products. Hair products wasn't last year, but bath products was. I'm talking scrubs, I'm talking bath bombs, I'm talking all of that stuff. Back when I was like actively scrolling on TikTok, which I really try not to do anymore, but I was starting to get these videos on my For You page of these like people who have these like insanely stocked bathrooms, and it's like they have their blue body wash, their green body wash, their purple, their pink. And I remember being so blown away by it, where it's like, yeah, this looks super aesthetic, but like, this is so much clutter and so unnecessary. Not to mention clutter in your bathroom, it gets all like scummy. Like, I really just want like a minimal shelf in my bathroom. And I'm telling you guys, especially when it comes to hair products, I think I have 2 to 3 years worth of shampoo currently in my bathroom. I do not need to buy anymore. Anytime I see like an ad or I see an influencer with beautiful hair, I can be really tempted to want to try that shampoo, but I need to use up what I currently have before buying anything else. The same is true for bath products. I will buy like a bath bomb and then I'll just put it there and look at it because I'm like, oh no, I'm saving it for a special occasion. It's like, use it. So until I use up everything I have and until I actively start using them, I do not need to buy anymore. Even things like body wash and soaps. I have so many bar soaps because people give them to me as gifts. But I do think I could see myself down the line becoming the kind of person who just buys like a soap concentrate and starts DIYing my bath products and just making them a little bit more natural. But genuinely, I have like 3 more years worth of bath products stocked up in my bathroom, so I'm cut off. Okay, number 4 is also a continuation from last year, which is candles. I made the decision to stop buying candles last year, and I did not miss it as much as I thought I would. I definitely felt the urge when it was like the beginning of fall and the beginning of winter, because of course, once again, we see so much content of like lighting my fall candle and lighting my Christmas candle, but I was spending so much on these like Bath and Body Works candles that, I mean, listen, I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure those are not very good for you. I say while drinking an energy drink, but I just decided that I didn't want to be putting my money towards this anymore and like actively breathing it in my home. If someone gave me one as a gift, 100% I would use it, but I just wanted to kind of stop being in the habit, because that's really what it became, was a habit of buying these candles. And they're not cheap. They're really not cheap. The habit was like, okay, it's fall, time for a new candle or two. Okay, it's Christmas, time for a new candle or two. Oh, it's spring, time for a new candle or two. And I just kind of wanted to break that. The other good thing with candles is people give them to you as gifts. So I'm looking around my place, I've got a few candles. There's no shortage of candles in here, because I've received them as gifts, and that's perfect. I don't need to have a backstore. As soon as I get one as a gift, I've got a place to put it. I'll use it up and I'll wait until I receive another candle as a gift. I know there are healthy candles out there, and I know that there are a lot of small businesses out here making candles, making quality candles. Straight up, they're just so freaking expensive. Like an organic soy candle, it's just not what I want to be spending my money on. Like, I'll love to support the small business, but it's just too expensive right now. One thing I will say, one time I went on Etsy and I splurged on some Canadian handmade beeswax candles, and oh my gosh, you guys, those were incredible. I would buy them again if I ever cleared up all of the candles that I currently have. They were very pricey, but they were nice and worth it. There was no like bad chemicals in them. I think if I were to go back and buy candles, that would be like the only ones that I would go and get. You know that trend that's like, if I won the lottery, like I wouldn't say anything, but there would be signs. Like maybe then would I buy a diptyque candle, but oh my gosh, those are so freaking expensive. And if I bought one, you know I would never light it. I would never light it. It would just become a part of the decor. It would just sit there. The fifth thing that I will not be buying this year is skincare, except for this one brand. And I'm gonna show you the brand in a second. But like I said about getting on the L'Oreal PR list, I am so grateful to be on that list. I think it's so cool and I love trying new products, but I was trying a bunch of new skincare. They were sending over some really nice, like high-end skincare. And my face has never looked worse. My skin, oh my gosh. I ended up having to unfortunately give it away to people who I knew would like it, which is good for them. I guess I have more sensitive skin than I thought, because I've been using this one brand, affordable Canadian local brand that's very, very gentle and very minimal ingredients for so long, that I think when I started putting like retinol and squalane and all these harsher skincare chemicals onto my face, my skin just reacted and it was not happy. I also just don't know how necessary it is to put all of that, pardon my French, but all of that shit on your face. The more I keep my skincare simple, the better my skin looks. I'm 27, I'm turning 28 in the summer, and I'm not super phased about like aging. I get panicked when I find gray hairs, but on my skin, I'm just like, I'm sure that it's been proven that some of these ingredients work, but I'm also pretty sure it's been proven that a lot of this is just like for marketing. So I like to keep it simple with my T-Val skincare. I've talked about this brand so many times. I just adore them. I discovered them when I was 18 years old, when I was just on a trip with my mom in Newfoundland, and now I just order them online to the house. You guys can see it's not crazy packaging, and that's okay because you're not paying for crazy packaging. This is like drugstore price, maybe a touch more expensive than drugstore, for really, really high-end quality, amazing, amazing ingredients. My skin has never looked better. I just grabbed a few staples here. This is the Light and Airy Moisturizer. I've been using this for almost 10 years. That's how good it is. I swear by this stuff. Cucumber Aloe Toner and their eye cream. These are some of my favorites. I also love their Golden Olive Oil Serum for the face, and the Rich and Dreamy, I love so many other products. The Rich and Dreamy for the face, as well as the Salvation for the face. So if you guys are looking for a really, really good, like wholesome skincare brand, check out T-Val. I'm like friendly with them now, so they did give me a discount code to share with you guys. I think it's just Zoe for 20% off, which is a really good discount. Try it and thank me later. The sun is coming in so bright, it feels really good. All right, now the sixth thing that I will not be buying this year, or spending my money on, I should say, is a dog trainer. I have had various trainers every single year, the 3 years of having my dog. Some of them have helped, some of them have felt like a complete waste of money, but I am at a point with her where we still have things to work on. Some you guys know or you don't know, she struggles with some separation anxiety. I spent over $1,000 on training, and I've never talked about this online because I was just like kind of embarrassed, but I spent over $1,000 on training just for the separation anxiety. And then I've probably spent at least $1,000 on training from when she was a puppy. This is just like new pet owner things, I guess, but I would never do that again, you know, when the time comes to get a second dog. There's so much information online, and from some of the trainers, I've definitely learned what I need to know, and now I can just apply it myself. It can be really easy to hire a trainer and think that they are going to solve all of your problems. And it's like, okay, if I put this money down, if I pay $500 a month for the trainer, the separation anxiety will go away and I won't really have to do all the work. Spoiler, you've got to do the work. You're paying the trainer, but you've still got to do the work. So at this point, I'd rather just do the work myself. I know what to do. And not having dog training to pay for is honestly such a relief on my budget. I literally never talked about this online, but it was such a stressor for me. I think there were 3 months in a row where I was paying $500 a month for separation anxiety training, and like it didn't even really work. Okay, the last thing that I will not be buying this year is books. This is a hard one. I love reading, I love books. I'm sitting next to a whole bunch of books here. Some of them I've read, some of them I've not yet read, but I'm tired of spending money on books. They are so expensive. I also have this bad habit of buying books. Like I feel so excited and like antsy and happy when I'm in a bookstore and I just see the books and I love the covers and I want to read them. Here's a perfect example. Months ago, I bought Demon Copperhead. I knew I wanted to read this book, so I bought it, and months have gone by where I haven't started it. Had I just put my name down for it at the library, maybe I would have had to wait, but by now, or by the time I'm ready to read it, I would have the book. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. You know, books are like $25, $30 depending. But if you love to read and you love to buy a lot of books, switching over to using the library can definitely save you money in the long run. Not to mention, I've talked about my lack of storage in this apartment, and books take up space. I dream of having a giant book wall in my future house one day, but that day is not yet. So until then, I want to use the library a little bit more. Now, of course, the library comes with its problems. If there's a book that you want to read that is really popular, you're going to be waiting a very long time. If there's a book that you need to get quickly and someone else has it, you're going to be waiting a while. So my rule for this year for not buying books is that I have to at least try to get it from the library first. And the perfect example is this book here that I bought this weekend. The first book, which I have no idea where it is, I put my name down for it at the library like many months ago. I want to say 6 months ago, and I have not even moved. Like I have not moved on the list of being able to get it. I was reading that book for a book club, so I needed it right away. Book club then decided to do the second book for book club, so I tried to go get it through the library. Same thing, really long hold. For this one, I also tried to get the e-reader version through the library, 15-week hold. So finally I was like, okay, it's for book club, I need it, I'm gonna buy it. Those are the steps I need to take first when there's a book that I want to read. I need to try getting it from the library. Then if I really want to read it, I can go ahead and buy it. Ideally, I would just read something that's available in the library or read from the collection that I currently have before just going out and buying books. Basically, I just want to think a little bit more before going ahead and spending on books so that I don't create a backlog and then keep buying, and you know how the cycle goes. So those are the 7 things that I will not be buying this year. You guys need to hold me accountable in my vlogs, and I would love for you to let me know down in the comments, is there anything that you don't want to buy this year that you're like, nope, I'm good? Let me know in the comments. Now I want to move into my best purchases of last year. So I only have a few, but I'm really excited to share them with you. Actually, the first one, I should go get it. Okay, so one of my biggest purchases on a material item last year was buying this used Louis Vuitton bag. This, what is it called? Nano Speedy was on my wish list for a very long time. I spent close to $700 I spent on this bag. I saved up for it. It was a really big purchase for me, and I was so happy when I made the purchase. However, not long before buying the Louis Vuitton, I bought this Coach bag. I bought this online from the Coach outlet for $100. This is the Coach Nolita. It's just like a coated canvas, and I stuck this keychain on it. I love these bags equally. Full price, this bag is over 10 times the price of this one, but I love them both equally. Had I paid more for this bag, would I love it more? I really don't think so. I love it very much. I love that it is my like first ever designer purchase. I'm gonna cherish it for a very long time, but I probably use them about equally because they just go with different outfits. The shape of this one is so convenient, and I love how it feels a little bit retro. So I'm not saying I regret this one. I definitely don't, but it did teach me a lesson of, I think I built up having a Louis Vuitton and I thought that it would like change my life in some way. And it kind of didn't. So I'm not saying I would never buy another designer bag, but keeping in mind that I paid a fraction of the price for this one, where other designer bags go up to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and you end up liking the $100 one and using it just as much, it's just something to think about. So I have to say both of these were some of my favorite and probably my ultimate top purchases of last year. If I had to pick, I would choose the Louis Vuitton, but value for money, definitely this one. $100, it's such a versatile purse. It's so cute. I get a lot of compliments on it. Get a lot of compliments on this one too. But once again, value for money, this would be my best purchase. Sentimental wise, this one. My next best purchase of last year was not even so much a purchase, but just paying for something. And this is so weird, but it is the ingrown toenail surgery that I got. This is like TMI, but I'm gonna tell you guys about it. I had this ingrown toenail for like 10 years and I didn't know that it was I didn't know that it wasn't normal that your toenail, your big toenail just hurts. I finally got sick of it and went and found a podiatrist and got it taken care of. It was like the full surgery, like, oh. Anyway, I think it cost me about $700, and if you have a job that gives you insurance, it might be covered. I'm self-employed, so I didn't have that insurance, so I did have to pay out of pocket, which is quite a bit of money. That being said, the relief that I felt after, and now it's been a whole year since that surgery, and I look at my little toenail and I'm like, you feel so much better. So glad I got this taken care of. I could have so easily just put off that surgery, put it off, because I don't want to spend money on it, but I am the type to spend money on purses and on clothes. I know it's not glamorous and it's not exciting, but it doesn't make sense to not spend money on, you know, feeling comfortable in your body. And you know, as silly as an ingrown toenail sounds, these things are important. We should feel comfortable in our shoes as we walk around, and it's just for your overall well-being. So I'm really glad that I did make that purchase. The next best purchase that I made, I actually made it at the beginning of 2024, but it was like within the last year from when I'm filming this, is I bought some stuff from Lululemon. It's been a really long time since I've bought sports bras and leggings from Lululemon. I did buy from their sales section, which is such a game changer, like just shopping the sales section. I'm a huge fan of Lululemon. I find their quality is amazing. I find it lasts super well. The reason it's been so long since I've bought new Lululemon is because my old Lululemon literally still looks brand new. I have a bunch of pairs of leggings and a bunch of sports bras that I bought, I think 5 to 6 years ago, when I was working the front desk at the spin studio, and I was working out a lot. I was spinning and going to bar class like 1 to 2 times a day. I bought this Lululemon stuff and I've washed it hundreds of times, worn it hundreds of times, and it literally still looks brand new. So at the beginning of this year, I did shop the sale section and I love everything I got so much. Plus I got a really good deal on it. There was one like sports bra that I got, I think I paid $30. So check out the sale section if you are looking for some new Lululemon. I just know it's gonna last me a really long time, so I'm happy to invest in it, and I'm really happy that I bought these new pieces. The slippery slope with Lululemon is if you start buying too much, like beyond what you can wear, so I'm very aware of that. But the pieces I have, I'm glad I bought them. The next thing I started paying for, and that I'm really happy I started paying for, is I started getting my nails done last year. I was doing my nails at home for 2 to 3 years, started doing them at home during the pandemic. It goes back even further than that, but I taught myself how to do my nails myself when I was like in high school. Last year, things picked up for me work-wise, and I just didn't have the 2+ hours that it would take me to sit at home and do my nails. So I figured the time to money kind of calculation, I was actually better off going to the nail salon and getting it done quicker than sitting at home for multiple hours. Because if you've ever tried doing your nails at home, it's the getting them off that takes forever. When you go to the salon, they're just like, they get it done super quick. So for efficiency, it's just been really, really nice going to get them done. I go every 4 to 6 weeks. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to getting them done because I don't really mind when they grow out. So it's something that I changed my mind about, and I'm really happy that I did. I genuinely save so much time going and getting them done. Okay, the last best purchase I made right before New Year's, which is my new standing desk. I would say I sit versus stand about 50-50. It also depends on the day. I have not yet gotten to that crazy level where I have like a walking pad, but I really do like my new standing desk. I had my old giant brown clunky desk for so many years, and while I did love it, I didn't realize how it would make me so happy upgrading to a modern, way more minimal desk. It just looks so good in the home. I love my new desk setup. It's much more just like compact and perfect. My old desk was so big that I would spread clutter all over it. This one's really small, so there's no choice but to not be cluttered. It was a really, really good purchase from Wayfair. I think I spent about $300 or $400 on it, which is so affordable when it comes to a standing desk. By no means is it like top quality or anything like that, but I'm really, really happy with it, and I definitely think it's one of the better purchases that I've made recently. Just like with the what we're not buying, I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments what one of your best purchases was for last year. If there's anything you recommend I get, let me know. Okay, really quickly, I want to wrap up this video with, just for fun, a little wish list of things that I have on my mind that I want to buy, might buy in this coming year. Pajamas. I'm currently going through a pajama addiction. I actually did scratch this itch recently. I bought a new bathrobe and some pajamas from Simon's, but I'm really addicted. I feel like I just can't get enough pajamas. I'd love to get some more activewear. Like I talked about, the Lululemon was just such a good purchase. I'm really back in my workout grind, and now that I am teaching barre classes, I definitely feel a desire to like have cute outfits to wear to class and not wear the same thing every single week. And when I'm teaching, I need good quality activewear that stays in place, that you're not gonna get a nip slip, that you feel confident in, and Lululemon really is my go-to for that. This year, I would really also like to get a new purse. I showed you guys these two, which are my go-to bags, but I need a black bag. I need some kind of black bag that I can wear in the evenings, on date night. So I need to do my research and find what bag I want. I love the Bottega Jody bag, but it's just so freaking expensive. I'm pretty sure this would fall under the business expense category, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to upgrade my computer this year. I recently upgraded my camera, and oh my gosh, what a difference it makes. It also just feels so good to invest in whatever it is you're passionate about. In my case, it's YouTube. So I want to get that new computer to elevate my editing software. Plus with the new camera, like, it's going to be so good. This is something that's been on my wish list for a while, and I never would have let myself scratch this itch, except that I got rid of my office, which means that my expenses have gone down significantly, along with my business expenses going down significantly. That's why I'm kind of like, okay, I could allow myself to save up for these, which are the AirPod Maxes. I feel like they're half functional and half fashion statement. So I'm definitely open to getting another type of headphones. That I know there are headphones out there that are like better, but I definitely want them to be cute as well for like just going on walks and stuff. That would be a total splurge and a very big treat yourself moment. Pretty much on the level of like buying a designer bag for me. But I told myself, if I start getting my goals on track, and I feel like I'm on a really good track of progressing towards my goals, that this is something that business-wise I could save up for and treat myself to. Because you know, you gotta have those headphones when you're editing videos, especially that I'm trying to go out more, edit from coffee shops and stuff like that. I really need the headphones to be good quality, to sync up with my computer. I'm just making excuses of why I want to get them. Another thing on my wish list is I really want to invest in an almond cow, which it's like an almond milk maker or a nut milk maker. I've really been taking my like health more seriously in the past year, or in the past like 6 months. I want to say really, really strongly in the last 3 months, where I'm reading the ingredients and I'm looking into things. And I think I'm starting to get to the level where I want to start making my own like almond milk or oat milk. So JS and I were talking the other day about buying an almond cow. We're just crunching some numbers to see if it's worth it. And it looks like it might be worth it. It kind of pays itself off after a year to a year and a half. So that's on the horizon. A Dyson, need I say more? I think we're gonna sell the Roomba that we currently have and get a Dyson because keeping up with Maggie, who sheds so much, it's just like, honestly, it's not easy. So the idea is to get a cordless vacuum, which we don't currently have, to be able to zip around every single morning and pass the Dyson, pass the vacuum, scoop up all the hair, scoop up all the dirt, to just have a cleaner environment to live in. Because as we all know, that just feels so much better. And the last thing that is on my wish list that I plan on spending money on this year is more nights out. For many, many years on my budgeting journey, I did not want to go out for dinner. I would shy away from plans with friends. I would avoid making plans because I did not want to spend money at the restaurant. I'm now in a place where I'm open to like one nice night out per month, whether that's with my friends or with my boyfriend. I've been doing really great with my budgeting. I've been working really hard at my various streams of income. And I'm now in a place where I'm like, yeah, I want to start enjoying a little bit more. And it's not to say that I wasn't enjoying when I was like really saving money, but it's like once a month I can make it work into the budget and just take advantage of being young and living in the city, because one day I might not live in Montreal anymore and I don't want to look back and, you know, regret never having enjoyed the food scene here, because it is pretty incredible. We'll see how that goes. I feel like it's the kind of thing that like is actually on a wish list and not like having concrete plans to do it. Because I say I want to do it and then I look at the prices at these menus and I'm just like, I can't, I don't know. So you guys, on that note, I am going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, just this little fun money chat. Let me know what's on your wish list for this year. Hope you're all having an amazing day and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.